Hey guys, well eventually we're here with a Facebook and YouTube live. What's taken so long? Where have you been? Where have I been more like? Anyway, it's so lovely to actually be back doing a Facebook Live. Of course, across on YouTube, I can see they're definitely both connected. So we are live across on my Crafters Companion Facebook page, and we're live across on my Crafters Companion YouTube channel, where this is all about the brand new Starbox die that I'm going to be launching tomorrow, Friday, with Leann. Leann's going to be presenting. Ben's off tomorrow because he's in all weekend with Sarah and Leann as well. So, therefore, Leann stepping in, and you've got me demonstrating the new Starbox dies. Now, these are ones that have been most anticipated by a lot of you. So many incredible launches so far when it comes to our birthday event. We've got, of course, our letterpress that you guys loved. We've had our Vegas that you guys have loved. We've had Crystal Visions as well. Then, of course, today we had our last in the Trends collection that you loved that one as well. So it's just been an absolutely epic 4 days so far, and we've still got another 5, 6, 7, 8 days left to go with some incredible launches. Debbie Fisher's going to be up next week with some launches. Debbie Robinson's going to be up next week with some launches, and I've got a launch, as I say, tomorrow, and then also a week on Saturday. I'm going to be presenting the days that Debbie Fisher and Debbie Robinson are on, so it's going to be lovely to all be back together again. But as I said, it is all about the brand new Starbox dies. Now, what I'm not going to tell you within this live is actually the price and what the bundle consists of. We are just focusing on the dies. We're going to have a look at it. Lovely Tracy allowed me to come away with some of the samples and the boards because, well, it's me that's launching it tomorrow, so I get to take them all back with me. So a big thank you to Tracy, because they're not actually meant to be leaving the building, but she did say, I trust you, Craig. I trust that you're going to bring them back tomorrow. Of course I will. It's my launch. I want to be able to show off everything as well as what we're going to show you tonight. So we are going to make something a little bit advanced within this live. I know that might sound a little bit strange. We're doing the concept. I'm just going to show you how you can make it a little bit bigger with no time constraints. And then tomorrow, when myself and Leann, we're starting to show you the different ways, the different things, the different styles and the different concepts, it's all been drawn back into the initial concept of the layering. So before, of course, we have a look at these and then get started, let's see what everyone is saying. So many of you are in already, which is lovely to see, and it's always great with the software that I use is the names that come up in red means YouTube and the names in blue means Facebook, so I know where you're watching from. But we've got Crafty Stacey Lewis saying good evening, also excited for this. Well, I'm really excited as well. Carnwell Sorrell, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Karen is saying, been sitting here waiting until showtime. I'm so excited. Well, so am I. We've got Sarah Jean is saying good afternoon. She's saying good afternoon to Stacey Lou and saying can't wait for these, Craig. Oh, they are adorable. They really are. And the great thing as well, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm probably going to use them more in card making for the toppers of the front of the cards. You can use them with the foil press, you get a lovely delicate line. You can use them as shakers, you can do your drop shadows. So they're lovely big toppers for the centre of your cards. That's predominantly how I'm going to be using them. But of course, we're going to show you how you can create the actual boxes themselves. We've got Teresa saying hello everyone. Stephen Nicole is on Facebook saying good evening, Craig. Looking forwards to these dies. Seen them on Hobby Maker. Yeah, Debbie Robinson was on Hobby Maker today. We've got Kathleen is saying hi all. Karen Wild is saying hi, Craig. Excited to see you. Well, I'm excited to see you and everyone else. Jen Shank is in saying good afternoon, Craig. You're on YouTube. We've got Gretchen is saying hi, Craig. Well, hi to you too. Tracy is saying hello from Idaho. We've also then got Sue King saying hi, Craig, from Thornley, Durham. Not far. We've got Crafty Chimp saying, wow, your beard is getting long. It is. I'm letting it grow. I was letting my hair grow, and then when I went home to Scotland at the weekend there, it was just annoying me. So I thought, no, get the hair cut, but that's staying. We've got Crafty Stacey Lewis saying, it's my birthday a week today and I'm heading to the Chesterfield store. Well, happy birthday for then. Have a lovely day, although I'm sure I'll speak to you via the shows before then, and I know you'll have a lovely day at the Chesterfield store. Amy McHale is saying good evening, looking forward to seeing these. Sharon is in saying evening Craig. Lynn is in saying hi from Indiana. Sarah Jane saying they look complicated to put together. Can't wait to see how these work. So did I. And then a little birdie, i.e. the boss, Sarah, actually gave me a video message with a tip that Liam had given her. So, really good tip. So I'm going to follow on suit with what Liam has done, and I'll talk you through it, but really, really easy. Amanda's in. Amanda Young saying hi, Craig. We've also got Carolyn Wilson is saying hi from Florida. I hope you're all well, Carolyn, and everyone you know in the surrounding area as well after the last couple of weeks of storms that you've got. We've got Victoria, the Crafton German, is saying hi, Craig. So good to see you doing live again. Greetings from Preston. I know it is, love. Do you know what it is? And I've always been honest, is the fact that, and quite rightly, when myself or Debbie Robinson, when we do the lives, we need to work them in with the Crafters TV schedule. Because, of course, no one's going to watch us when Crafters TV's on. So we need to then just balance it out. Hard to do them during the day because it's a working day, and then at night time it can be a little bit late if we're on the road for Hobby Maker or finished off, so that's how it can be a little bit harder to do the lives, hence why I've been doing more and more of tutorials across on my YouTube channel. I know it's not the same, it's better than nothing. The last couple of weeks been crazy busy, so don't worry, get back into the tutorials on YouTube and we'll get back into the craft boxes as well. But that is why it's just a little bit harder to get that time in to do the Facebook lives and YouTube lives. So yes, I loved it. Debbie absolutely loves doing them as well. Again, it's just all about timing. Christine Duffy is saying, hi Craig, lovely to see you. Looking good in pink. Looking forwards to this video of my brand new WWE t-shirt. Yeet. And then, if you know, you know. Lynn is saying, hi Craig. Patricia is saying, hi Craig. Can these boxes be made to open? They've not been designed to open, and I've not tried it. But the way I'm thinking, yeah, there's a very easy way in which you can use it. And that is simply just don't glue down the tabs. But we'll have a look and we'll have a play within this live here. Because it's not going to take long to go through the products and the finished samples. So we can dive straight in. Rennie's in from Texas. Tiny's in saying, hi Craig, good to see you. It's been a while. It has. Jean's in saying, hi from Sunderland. Sarah Jean is saying, oh, the foil press. Would love to see how that comes out. If I get a chance, I will do it within this live. If not, tomorrow, because they'll only take 3 seconds on the foil press. Tiny is saying, hi from Minnesota. We've got Carnwell Sorrell. Craig, you said you might do something for us during the Christmas season since there's no advent calendar this year. Have you decided what you're going to do yet? No, I've not. I haven't. Again, it's all down to timing. As I was explaining, obviously, with the lives that I like to do and Debbie likes to do, Debbie Robinson, it's just all about timing later on in the day. I am going to do something. It might not be every day, might be every second day or maybe every third day, or I definitely want to do something on a rolling basis throughout December. It won't be structured as in every single day, but fingers crossed, be able to do some. Oh, speak of the devil. I can't say speak of the devil. Speak of the angel. And the angel appears. Debbie Robinson. Hi, lovely. Hi, Debbie. I hope you're well. I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. By the way, Debbie, someone sent in a little parcel for you. I sat it in the green room for you, so you'll see it. Amanda's saying there's a lot of us up north tonight. Yes. There really, really is. Rightio. So many are tuning in. It's so lovely to see. Cindy's in. Elizabeth's in from Brooklyn. We've got Joanne's in saying hi, everyone. Now, it's just myself on the live tonight. Usually, even if I do them from home, Rachel will say, oh, I'll give you a helping hand. But because it's so busy, it's like, don't need a hand, don't worry, you chill out tonight. And what we'll then do is we'll just have a little flick through the comments and dot back and forwards. between demoing and the comments. I know I've not said it for a while. If you do ask anything, I know you guys are so good and you help each other out as well. If I miss anything, I'll always go back afterwards, and if there's anything that needs answered. But remember, they're launching tomorrow on the website with myself and Leann, so you'll be able to get questions in that maybe you forget or you don't think of, or that I've just unfortunately missed, but we will go back. Right here, Debbie Fisher's watching as well. She's saying, hi, I'm watching too. It's lovely to see you, Debbie. Also, looking forward to seeing you next week as well. Right, okie doke. Let's dive in to the Starbox. Now, I've tried to make sure I've got another or extra light, so there's cables everywhere. So let's have a look at these ones to start with. So, with these ones, what we have got is we've got the dies themselves. Now, these are all dies bar the mechanism or the worker of the edges of the boxes here. It is template form, really, really easy, where you just draw around and then you cut around. This is what I was referring to, that we're going to do something a little bit different within this live, or maybe a little bit more advanced, although I do think a beginner would be able to do it. I've taken inspiration for a finished sample that I forgot to bring from the studio, so you'll see what it's like by the end. But when it comes to the actual sheet of dies, you've got 20 dies and then you've got your template. What we have got with all these dies on these packaging, you've got your decorative panels. So once you've drawn cut around, you can pop that one straight into place. It's one continuous die, so you don't even need to space them yourself. Just set that over the top, cut it through. If you want to do odd ones, we're giving you an odd one as well, so that's in there. So you can see there's the odd one down here at the bottom, but that's there to decorate. You've got your additional star, heart. Now these will also follow through from the design. Lovely little hearts there, you'll see will work through within the stars. You've also got the star, which works through with the star, so you've got that continuous flow all the way through. You've got your tags, you've got snowflakes, you've then got your little hoop there. So to hang them up, if you want to hang them up as decoration, you can do that. And then you've got this one here. Now that one, what you can do is you can then die cut it into the back, and then if you put a little nail or a pin on the wall, you can then just sit it on. So that's what that one's for. And actually it's quite useful for other projects that you might want to put onto the wall. So you've got that one, and then you've got Joy, and then you've got Noel as well with that main panel. So you've got your, I keep referring it to the stars, it could be little snowflakes if you want it to be, and it can be without of Christmas. These all cut in, so therefore if you use the die on its own, that will cut into the size of cardstock that you've got, and then if you use that outer die with it, that will then release it. If you use it on its own, you've got a lovely star at the back there, but then the other decorative designs that you've got is the Christmas tree. You've also then got your reindeer, and then you've also got your Bethlehem, Mary, Jesus and Joseph down at the bottom. So these ones here, these are your actual dies. So that's the dies that you've got. Let's look at the finished samples. Now what I'm going to do first of all, I'm going to go back to front. I'm going to show you cards that you can do with them. So if you want to use these as toppers on your cards, you can absolutely do that. You can see how lovely that they are. With Leann tomorrow, what I'm going to do is we're going to cover a few techniques, like we're going to do colouring, drop shadowing. We're going to do these different forms to show you how you can use them in other ways. But lovely for the front of your cards. Maybe you want to build them up. Maybe you want to create backgrounds by cutting straight into them. You can absolutely do that. But then what about, and I just think this is so good as well, you've also got the ability to then create the tags. Because you've got that die that has the little circle hoop, it means then you can feed your ribbon through there, and you can still do your inky background. I think, yeah, our Marie's done this one here, and it's lovely to show how you can do your inky backgrounds. I want to say Lily, yep, Lily done that one, and Marie's also done that one. Most of what I've got are going to be from Marie. As I said, Tracy very kindly allowed me to take these with me tonight. So if you're wanting to do your boxes without the decorative edge, and you can see the depth that you've got here. Lovely to do that drop shadow. I know you can't quite see it there, but you've got pattern paper away into the back. Then what about coming in, and Marie's made this one here. Now this is lovely without any decorative edge and a full on shaker. So if you've got faux snow, sealing that whole lot, doing a little bit of colouring and creating that shaker. We've got another one here which has been done from, Carol has done this one. But instead of using the panels to cut in, because you can use these aspects and icons to cut in, that's what she's done with the snowflake. They're all sized, so if you want a decorative Christmas edge, you can do that. And then she's gone in with her metallic pens. Think about your trend collection. Think about your metallic pens and ink pads that you've got. And you always ask myself and Debbie and the team, where else? What else would I do with metallic pens? Your faux stitch edging, colouring in the reindeer, the backgrounds. You can start to use them for those ways. Maybe you just want to do a little bit of inking around the edges. You can do that. Again, you've got the lovely love hearts there that you can create that see-through aspect. And then because you've got the little hoop there at the top, you can then hang that one. Carol's done that one as well. Then we've got this one that Marie's done. What's lovely with them all, they're clean, they're crisp, they're simple, but by gosh, they don't have pack a punch. And what Marie's done with this one is use the star cluster die in them, but on the inside she's actually put some of gold mirror card or a satin card. So then that's then just covering the die cuts. And then clean, simple, drop shadow with the joy. Show you a few more here. This one, no name on this one, but within this one here, your pattern papers, I would use, you know, a substantial weight cardstock, but clean, crisp, simple, looks really lovely with the shedless glitter. And I think I showed that one, didn't I? I'll show you it again. Colouring in with the Christmas trees here, this time going in with a little star circle. It could be like a little additional star, could be the moon, whatever you want, but that's in there as well. And then what Marie's done here, now this, when we say home decor, this is absolutely sensational. I'm actually going to come face on to show you this one here. How stunning is that? Absolutely stunning here. And with absolute all due respect to Marie, what she's done, what we believe she's done, because we've not had a chance to chat to her, just some cardboard and just created that ring and just gone round with your twine, gone round and round and round, some of your faux Christmas foliage, and then just suspending these ones in the middle here. And that's what she's done. Created them just by sticking them down with the hot glue. So if you want to create that masterpiece, that centerpiece, then of course you can keep it slim, simple, and decorate your cards. You can do your boxes, but equally you can come along when it comes to, of course, things such as your home decor. And then if you've got things, which thankfully they arrived because Amazon primed them today, if you've got your little lights, battery operated lights, you can start to use these as well, which we will do. And we might actually do it within this live. I've got lots planned within this live. Whether I get round it all, we'll wait and see, but at least we've got tomorrow. So that is your dies, 20 dies with your one template there. You've got your 4 designs, and we'll class them as create a card designs. I'm not putting them on there because I don't want anything to sit on top of them. There we go. There we are. And then of course you've got all the different decorative icons. So before we get started, let's have a little read through because I need to take a drink now. Lots of love for these finished samples. You will see more tomorrow. I didn't bring them all, as kind as Tracy was. I thought, no, I'll leave some and just bring some of them with me. Yeah, a lot of, oh my word, a lot of love for that home decor that Marie's just done. Nicola saying, hi Craig, I've literally just posted my samples for this. So glad I've seen this. Looking forward to your ideas. Thank you very much, Nicola. We'll be showing yours tomorrow when it comes to the actual launch. Jane's in saying, hi from a fabulous Las Vegas. Did you get the Vegas collection? I'm sure that will then come in handy. For anyone that's just joining again, of course, tomorrow we're going into day 5 of our birthday celebrations. We've had the most incredible, phenomenal launch. Can I just tell you, everyone, I'm going to speak for the team here, we have absolutely fallen in love with the letterpress. Absolutely fallen in love with the letterpress. Mine's is there, and I've actually had to stop myself from playing with it because I've got work to do. So lots of incredible things. Leann's still coming up, Sarah's still coming up. I'm up again as I say, tomorrow. Debbie Fisher's in next week, Debbie Robinson's in next week. We've all got our own launches throughout birthday as well, so make sure you stay tuned. Rightio, let's dive in, let's get started here, and we're going to get started with the template. Now, what we're going to do, this is when I wish I'd remembered to bring the other one, but it doesn't matter, you'll still see where I'm going with this one. We're going to draw around it. Now, what you can do, very, very easily, is make it wider. So if you want to have a deeper box, you can absolutely do that. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start, and we're just going to line this one up. I know it's a little bit annoying because it's kind of like a clear template on white card, but bear with. So I'm going to draw around as we would usually. The only difference here, what I'm going to do, down this right hand side, I'm just going to put a little pencil line where the score lines would be, and then that is it. So I'm just going to go in here into the grooves just with our pencil all the way through, all the way into here, putting our score lines in. I'm just using a mechanical pencil. If you've got your heat erasable pens, that would work. But going in, putting our score lines in. You're all familiar with the templates when it comes to template libraries. So we're going to go in here. Now I'm not drawing around this side. And then we're going to run that one through. Stephen, can you put it through the die cut machine like Debbie did on Hobby Maker? Absolutely. Absolutely, of course you can. I'd be inclined to do that if you're just doing one strip. I'm only thinking if you do what I'm away to do here, you might flatten. But give it a shot. It's only cardstock. But absolutely, definitely, you can run it through with the embossing mat. So we can just see, let me see if I can zoom in that little bit. There we go. So you can see where we've gone now. The only difference, I've not drawn round the right hand side, because where it comes to the tabs here, that now I'm just going to match up to the little pencil line, top and bottom, and then I'm going to draw around that remainder of the template. So this is still going to enable us to then, of course, create our box in the same way. The only difference is it's going to be deeper. And you know what? You could do it a third time if you wanted it really, really deep. So we're going to go in, work our way just with the score lines. I'm going to work it so that the pencil lines will actually be on the inside of the box. So I don't have to worry about taking my eraser and rubbing it out. But then there we go. So we've now got what is an extended version of the template. So we're going to cut it out as we would usually do. Now what I'm going to do here, before I cut into the tabs, I'm going to use my guillotine just so I can get it relatively straight, like so. So what I'm going to do is cut straight down, and then before I cut into my tabs, there we go, that's fine, right against the edges. I'm now going to, let me just zoom back out again. I'm going to stick my red liner tape down now. Now this tip, although I said about a tip that I got from Sarah via Liam, this tip was one that Debbie Fisher had told myself and Debbie Robinson about, and it's a great idea. So before I cut into these little V bits here, I'm going to take my tape. Your 3mm one is going to be the perfect one. And then we're going to run that right along here. Now, I'm going to do it on the opposite side because the way that I fold these in, I'm going to have the pencil line on the inside. So I'm just going to turn that around. So we've got one big strip. So it means you're not having to do a load of individual cuts on the glue tab. So turn that one around like so. And then it means when you come and cut out those little V's, then you're just going to cut out the little notches as well from the glue. And then I need to do the glue strip at the top, like so here. So if I then move that one out. Now you can score them first if you want to, horses for courses. So now what we've then got is our glue on the back, or a red liner tape on the back. So we're going to cut down and then in, down and then in. And then if I turn this around, so now you'll see exactly what I was meaning. That you can see you've got your glue tabs all the way straight along. You've got them right into the corner as well. You don't have to then, of course, come along and go into different angles and different positioning. It's just one continuous strip, and then that is you good to go to make it a lot easier. It just means that you're not having to do double the work by cutting in your card and then having to cut all of your red liner tape. So let's go into here, following all the way round. Now, if you have got a scan and cut, something like that, you can scan it in and replace the scissors with the blade. Now, don't resize it or that, can't do that, but you can absolutely just cut out the whole template with the blade. So let's great tip, isn't it? Not a tip from myself that thought of that one. It was Debbie Fisher had passed that one on. So let's run these ones. And this goes for any glue tab that you've got. It just makes it a little bit easier. Well, it not actually doesn't make it a little bit easier. It makes it a lot easier. So coming down to that last one here, like so. And then we've got our template, and if I turn it round, we've got all the glue exactly where we need it, or red liner tape. So let's go in with my scoreboard. Now, I say bringing in your scoring tool. I have got, or I would say, to use a very, let me come back in here so you're not just speaking to a board there. I would say if you've got a very, very fine ball tool, to use that. I am looking, what I have to say, this place is just an utter, I was about to say dump, but it's not. It's a creative mess. It's a creative mess. What I was finding is a ball tool that I've got. It's just a really fine head, but this will do. Perfect. So what you'll sometimes find as well, the larger the ball head that you use, the more concurve. That's not even a word there. The more of the indent, larger the width of the indent, so therefore that can affect the way that you position it together. Don't know what I'm doing with my hands, just ignore me with my hands. So I want something finer. So if you've got, you know, the scoring tool that's got that little fine edge, that's going to be a great one to use. If you don't worry, you can just use your normal size ball head, but I find something that's a lot narrower is a really good thing to help with. And then going in, I have caved, as you can see, I've put black marks onto my Scoremaster, and I've done it at every inch, not just the halfway point, because it really is a godsend. And then I'm just working my way, travelling all the way down here. And then that just gives it a little bit more of that neater and finer edge that we can see here. And then I'm going to turn that around, and in actual fact, thinking now, it doesn't really matter what side my tape was on, because if I follow that tip that Liam had said to Sarah, so let's take that one, and then let's work that through, and work that through, and then we're going to do the same within this one here. And in actual fact, I think what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to end up having to do what I was trying to avoid, and that's rub it out, and you'll see why. I'll talk you through why in a moment. Let me find my eraser, which has got to be somewhere. Here we go. So if I'm just going to take these score lines out like so, just with my eraser. This is just our white cardstock that I'm using. And now I've got my score lines in, and then yeah, got my score lines in. Do you know, the reason I keep pausing is I keep thinking, I'm trying to think if the tip that Sarah's passed through to me from Liam, if it was actually something that Debbie Fisher had also said in a message when she was messaging myself and Debbie Romson in the WhatsApp. We'll soon find out. Let's go in here. There we go. So let's take all of that one out, and then there we go. By using that scoring tool with that really fine, neat edge, it just gives you that little bit more of that precise scored edge, neater edge, finer edge when it comes to the actual working for around the edges. And then what we need to do, of course, is let's put in our actual scores. Now we can just see that outline of the pencil, so work them through. Now if you're making the custom size box using the size of the template that's inside, then of course you're still going to do exactly the same as what I'm doing. The only difference, it's not going to be as wide. So I'm going to then fold these ones together like so. So we can start to see now, this is where the workings of our box is starting to come together. So you can see that one there. So I'll need to then take, I think I need a second one. So let's do this die cutting first. So if I go in there and then take my die, because you've seen that one. So we'll do, I don't need that one. We'll do the next one shortly. So let's take a bit of white card. So I'm going to do this one first. So we're going to do the front. Do I want the star? No, I don't. I can finish cutting that. I want the stag. So if we do the stag, or the deer, so I'm going to do it in white card, but we will do a drop shadow. So I'm going to do that within our glitter card as well. So let's pop that one on here and that one on here. I'm going to run that one through. So if I run that into position just here, line up, and then if I then run that through, let's see if I can get that in. As you can see, I balance quite a lot. Well, not quite a lot, but I balance on top of my actual Gemini. Right, let's do and take that one out. Let's pick that one up. And then, so we've now got, let's bring in a bit of gold card so you can see that. Lovely little stag in the trees there. Really, really cute. Really, really lovely. So what we're going to do, set that one to the side, and then I'm going to do that again, but I'm going to do it within the glitter card. So I'm going to do these bits and then do another one. The only reason I'm not doing it straight after, because you need to, the only reason I'm not doing it straight after is I really will bore you by doing two back to back. So we'll mix it up a little bit. So we're going to take these ones out here, like so. And then let's take our glitter card. So this is our A5 glitter card. Nope, I'll need another bit. And then I'm going to try it without the magnetic shim, or metal shim. So let's take that one, and then I'm going to position that in Let me just pop these little bits out here. Pop them out. In here, like so. And then, I think that's them all. Lovely ones to paper piece, or even selective paper piece. And I think they're great that you can start to hang off maybe your faux branches that you've got. Or just use them to decorate with your pens if you want, or your water-based pens, or use it on your foil press. If you use a foil press, or just 3 seconds. Say if I get a chance, we will do that within the live. Leann, what's the size of the Starbox? We shall have a look at that one just in a moment for you. Steve, can you use the MIDI with this die? Absolutely. We can see I'm using my junior plate, so yes, you can use your MIDI with that one, no problem. So there we go, absolutely perfectly cut, and that is it just within the Shedless glitter card. So that's going to work really, really nicely once we start to drop shadow. What I'm then going to do is, let's move that out the way, that out the way, and then I'm going to bring in another couple of bits of white. So let's do the back. So let's take the back and in here, he says. And then I'm going to run it through. I know, and I say this quite a lot, I know that we can cut 2 layers of card at once, but you also know I'm quite a stickler for just doing 1 layer at a time, just so that each layer is perfectly, well, it would be perfectly cut, but just so it's not feathered around the edge. That's pretty much what I'm meaning. So we're going to do that one, and then we'll do a second one, and then we will do our additional strip and talk you through how to do that one again. So there is one. So this is going to be for the back, so we're going to do 2. And this is going to make it easier to actually glue down. So let's pop that one on, take that one down, and then we're going to run that one through here. So we'll run that one, and then what we're also going to do, I'll pop these bits out, is we're going to do another one with a stack. I don't know why I didn't just do this a moment ago while I had the 2 dies lined up. Anyway, so I'm going to pop these little bits out. I know you've got your die tool. Even when live, I still find it therapeutic just to pop all them out. There we go. I think that's them all here. Don't know if Craig will see, but I'd cut so glitter is facing up. Not related to your live, but which way do you put the die on the glitter card? What? Not related to the live, but which way do you put the die on the glitter card to ensure that it cuts, or to ensure the glitter's showing? So just the way, I'm not quite sure what you're meaning with that one there, Timothy. Fran put, don't know if Craig see, but I'd cut so the glitter is facing up. Yeah, so although I'm not going to cut another one, I'll show you here. So let's say we're going to cut that and that one out of our glitter card. What you're going to do is you're going to put your glitter facing up. So if you're cutting a pattern paper or a texture card, whatever it is, you're wanting to have it facing upwards, like so. So you're cutting into it. Now, if you're a new crafter, I don't want to confuse you. You will sometimes see people will put their die facing upwards and then put the card on top. That was kind of like the original way with electric die cutting machines. I'll show you that one as well. So what some people will do is they'll do base plate, they'll do frosted, magnetic, then they'll pop their dies in place to stop them moving. And then at this point, this is when you're going to turn it over, because the cutting edge of the die has to go straight in, face on, into the medium. So some crafters will still do it that way. That's kind of like the OG way. No, don't worry, Timothy. I think it was just me, the way I was reading it. But I think that's exactly what you were meaning there. So quickly, for anyone new that is watching with any die cutting, we're going to go in with our base plate, our card. You're going to go face down, frosted, magnetic, and then top plate. So that's what we're going to do. So hopefully I think that's what you were meaning. So hopefully that helps. So let's do the stag once more. So let's take our white card. So what we're going to have very, very shortly, we are going to have 2 stars. I did cut a second one, didn't I? Did I? I'm sure I cut a second one. Oh well, we're away to go and do it again now. So let's run that one through here. So what I was just about to say there, so what we're going to have is we're away to do another one of these. So we're going to have 2 of these. We're going to have 2 of those. And then we're going to have 1 shedless glitter. And then we're going to have 2 of those ones. And then let's run that one out. Wait, you see, I'll find it in a moment. So I'm going to pop that one down like so. The only reason a lot of us, I don't want to detract from what I'm doing, but the only reason that, look at that, there it is. I knew I'd done it. The only reason that a lot of us won't do it the way I showed you, like so, that is because if you're wanting to cut into a specific part, you can't see where you're cutting into. So that's why a lot of us do it the way that I've been doing it. So hopefully that will help. So we've got our 2 stars, 1 shedless glitter, and then I'm going to go for another one with that one. Do our next panel, and then we can start to assemble. While I'm here, what we can also do is let's go in with our die set, and let's take that little hoop out. And then tape this down. What I would be doing is a second one of that as well, just to make it a little bit more structured, a little bit more thicker. So I'm going to take these ones here, run them through. Timothy, it's so amazing to watch live. Amazing me how quick and effortless for the wonderful creations. Although I've not got anything prepped, Timothy, trust me, it's been in my head all day what I'm going to do, how I need to do it, what I need to cut. I don't have notes, but sometimes I'll write myself notes. So when it comes to the live, I've just done it again. Craig, concentrate. Not that it matters. What I've done is I've not put the detail in. Doesn't matter, because we can still cut it. So if you don't want to do the 2 dies at once, doesn't matter. Do the outline die and then do the detail die. So yeah, although I've not got anything prepped for this, Timothy, I've been thinking about it all day in the way that I need to flow in the bits that I need. So that's why I'm kind of just going through the sections that I need. And that's why I'm like, right, I need that one. Oh no, I'll go and cut another one, and then I should cut 2, and then I do one, and I'll come back and do another one. At the end, the result is always going to be the same, and we get there. But at least you get to see it in real time. And then by watching the live show tomorrow with Leann and myself, you know, because I don't think I'll be doing, I might show you this in tomorrow's show, but if I don't, then at least you've got this to refer back to. because we will be showing, myself and Leann talked about it today, we will be showing you in the first hour and the second hour how to construct one, and then the remaining parts of the hour shows, what we're going to do is we'll do different things, decorate differently, colouring in, maybe the foil press, drop shadow, etc, etc. So there we go. Right, we've got all of our bits here. So I'm going to move them to the side, got that little bit there, and then we're going to go in with our card and we're going to do that a second time. Now, if you wanted to, you could just draw around that. I'm not, and this is me personally, I'm not too keen of drawing around a template I've already formed. I prefer to use the original. So I'm going to do that. Let's go in with our pencil here. I'm going to line up to the left hand side and then we're going to draw around. What I'll do, once I've done this one, I'll pause for a minute or two so I can take a drink and then just have a look through your comment. I keep having a little look at the corner of my eye, but I'm conscious of the fact that I'm not seeing them properly. So drawing around into the score lines all the way down. Work it. And if you want to then use your repositionable spray, of course, you can do that. So we've now got that left hand side. And then where I put those little notches. Now those little notches are at the start of where my pencil line would be. So I'm just going to join them up, put that flush against the base, line up, and then we're going to carry on all the way round. All the way. And of course this bit doesn't need to look neat, but I would try, because it's a template, it's all sized to perfection. If it does move, do try and pop it back exactly where it was. So score lines in here, and then there we go, we've got ourselves another doubler. Just set that one out of the way. Beforehand I used the guillotine, so what I'm going to do is just use my scissors for this one. I can show you Debbie's tip again with the glue, I keep saying glue, but with the red liner tape. You can use glue if you want. It'll be tricky to use glue with the way I'm going to form it. But if you form it a different way, then you can definitely use your glue. And then this time, because it's kind of irrelevant, what I'm going to do is let's just pop our red liner tape all the way up. Find my little scissors. Snip that one off. So if you've just joined and didn't see me make the first one, and you'll be like, oh Craig, you've got those little tabs to cut out. Don't worry, we will do that in a moment. But what we're doing to make it a lot easier, we're just popping our tape all the way across, like so. And then what we can do is we can then come along and just cut in with a pencil line. And then what that means is it means that you don't have to go in and add a little bit of tape on every single glue tab. And because it's a continuous strip, it means that you're going to get the tape right in to the corner there, right in, which is what you want. So chop them up, and then we'll do the score. So we're just going to go in here. Here's what you could start to make. Well, you could personalise them, you could do hanging ornaments. Oh, what I am going to show you tomorrow is, let me cut this out and I'll show you, because the one with the stars, or the snowflakes, that is symmetrical. So you can make them as hanging ornaments. Now there might be a way to make hanging ornaments with the other ones, But on the other hand, it might be a little bit difficult because ideally, with what I'll show you tomorrow, they need to be symmetrical. And what I mean by that is, let's just cut that one out here. And then I'll also, before I just seen Sarah Jane saying can't wait to see these before the end of the live, what we'll do is we'll have another recap of the boards and samples. Make use of Tracy's very kind generosity and let me take them home. Right, so let's score now. So we're going to go along here. So these black lines I've put in myself. So anyone that is new, on your scoreboard, whatever brand, doesn't have to be ours, at the centre point, ours is usually about the 4-inch mark on our score master, put a black line with a permanent black line, marker, sorry, and then that's just going to give you that visual to follow. Really good if you're having to score lines corner to corner. That makes a big difference. I was reluctant for a very long time because I don't like defacing my property until I realised, yeah, come on, Craig, get a grip. It's a big difference. And the thing is, I would use our scoreboard in the studio that has the black lines, and they're great, brilliant, love it. So why didn't I just do it with mine? So I caved, and I've done it on every inch section. So I'm going to go into here, like so. And although I'm using cardstock, you can use your pattern papers, you can do all your own inking as well if you want to. We've got some gorgeous colouring mediums coming up over the next week and a bit. Doing a little bit of social filming with one of them today. So we've got lots of fun things coming this week. So you've got Sarah and Leann over the weekend. And I think you might have all 5 of us next week. Debbie and Sarah and Leann, and then Debbie, and then myself. I think so anyway. You've definitely got me, Debbie and Debbie. So there's our second one that we've got here, and then this one really will be on the inside, so I'm not going to rub it out because it doesn't matter. So what I was away to show you just before we crack on, let's check. So with this star, or snowflake, whatever you want to call it, what you can do is cut them multiple times, score down the middle, and then start to form them together. So you can see within this one here, this is 6 of them, and I've just glued them back to back, and then you turn them around, and we will stick it live in the show tomorrow here. You've then got a lovely, what could be hanging ornament or hanging decoration. Or as Emma, who deals with all our products on the shows, what goes on them, she was saying, Craig, you could do a load of these, and then when it comes to the wire lights, use that to hang them up so it's like a garland. And we were laughing and joking. I was winding up and Tracy was winding up because I was like, how much time do you think that I've got? Because that doesn't take a lot of time. That maybe took me half an hour. But if you're to do quite a few of them, to use them as that hanging garland, then of course it is going to take a while. So yeah, we're winding it up. So yeah, you can then, and this is what I meant by you really need the design to be symmetrical, because then you're going to back them side by side and then pinch them again. In actual fact, you could put like a little bit of hook and loop so you can open up. I've put little gems in there, but yeah, you've got your little hanging decoration. So we're going to show you that. The other thing I'll show you as well, not with 6 of them, but 3 or 4 of them, what you can then do, I'm not putting gems on because I don't want it to be chunky, but if you put that in the middle of your card and then you open the card up, then it's going to pop out within the middle. So you can do that as well. We'll show you that tomorrow. So that was just a few things that we've got there. What else have I done here? Let's take, do you want to see? So this is out on the foil. I'll still do the foil press. So we get. I know I'm kind of going off piece here for a moment, but we will draw back. So that is with the foil press. So that's the star on the foil press. 3 seconds. How fabulous is that? And then that's the Christmas tree. I was only having a quick play before we went live. So you've got that lovely fine line from the foil press. So that's those ones. And then remember how I was saying we've all absolutely fallen in love with the letterpress. If you've got your foil press stamps, so do you remember backgrounds? That one, there we go. You remember the backgrounds? Is that on the foil press? No, it's not. That's it on the letterpress. Fabulous is that one. Do you remember that one? The Merry Christmas? That's it on the letterpress with the Regal Purple. So it was just while it was in my bag, because of course I've got Friday Night Live tomorrow with Leann. And these are a few things we'll be playing with tomorrow. So it was just while it was in my head there, thought we'll show you. But yeah, foil press with tomorrow's launch. Right, let's get back. Let's have a look at comments. And I can take a quick little drink and a tidy while I'm going. Right, let me go back. Victoria the Crafting German is saying, don't worry about missing the comments or questions. You've always been very good about it, and I'm sure mostly occupied watching. That's very, very kind of you to say. It's just as long as you don't think I'm purposely ignoring. Well, you know, none of us on the team do that. So do try and keep an eye out. I'm getting this bit to use for shaker cards. Yeah, really good one. Show you a demo tomorrow where you can use them with shakers or create your shakers. For those that are advanced with crafting or crafting for a wee while, you'll know the form of shaking. Shakers really, really easy, but we'll still talk you through that tomorrow. We've got Cheryl saying, hi Craig, watching from work here in Alaska. Gosh, I bet it's cold. A little bit chilly here tonight, although it is warm in here, but that's only because I've got, it's like Blackpool illuminations in here, so it doesn't cast a shadow. Jen is saying the reindeer's so cute. Amy is saying, loving all the samples as ever. They are great inspiration. A lot more tomorrow. Still a lot more in the sample box. And Nicola, who's just dropped hers off. So, of course, there'll be hers to see as well. Sarah Jane saying, so creative. Lots of you saying hi to Debbie and Debbie. Thanks for answering my question. You're very welcome. Really cute as shakers. We've got, Fran, did anyone see my Christmas star card I sent to Hobbymaker a couple of years ago? Multi-star book card. Fran, that sounds familiar. If it's the one I'm thinking of, then yeah. Yeah, because it does. That sounds really, really familiar. Love the versatility of these ones. Amy saying, oh, wow. A lot of love for the home decor. I'd send good money, buy me that. I think you mean the home decor. I mean, seriously though, and I know I tend to say it, if you go into a boutique or, you know, a home store, how much would you pay for this, that, or the next thing? How much would you pay for that? You know, think about it. Craft card, you've got, again, we've not had a chance to ask Marie, so we're presuming by having a feel, it's just like a corrugated card, and it's just been shaped round with twine all the way round. So very, very simple, with all due respect to Marie, who does incredible advanced samples. But how much would you pay for that? Right, EO, we've got Crafty. No, unfortunately, no advent calendar this year. I know they decided to, well, when it comes to a lot of things, it's advent calendar, or do we put that money to, I'm not going to say better use, but would it be appreciated elsewhere, product wise? Possibly. There's always a reason. Always a reason. And in me personally, I don't think it does any harm giving it a little bit of a break. Might come back next year, the year after. Can I just say, I don't know. I do not know. But no harm in giving it a little bit of a break for now and see what happens in the future. Tricia saying, thank you, Craig, for answering my question. Lots of love from Dublin. You're very welcome. Cindy saying, Chile and Minnesota. We've got... Craig, I hope you're doing well. I am doing very well. Thank you very much. Very well indeed. Rightio. I'm sure I've seen someone say something about my cup. Yeah, it's a Stanley Cup. I know, call me stupid, because they're not cheap. But in my defence, I drink a heck of a lot more because it stays cold a lot longer. So that's my defence. I did put it on the credit card and paid it off. I would like to do some nice shakers. Gosh, all these comments coming through at once. Thank you so much. Amy, where's the best place to get... Oh, gosh, they've just disappeared now. Where's the best place to get the foil plates? We don't have them in stock on our website. I am not sure. I'm not sure if any of our stores will have any left. I know it's not something... Because obviously Leann had been alluding to something else that was coming, which was the letterpress. And that's why when some people were saying, quite rightly, were saying, oh, I bought the foil press, but you're not bringing out any more foil dies. This is why. Because we've now got our letterpress, which can work both ways. So, right. Let's crack on. And then let's get this one made here. Let's see, is there anything... mess? I don't think so. If I did, as I say, Sarah Jane Kennedy saying I bought one for myself and that's just disappeared again. Gosh, they're just flying through, which I appreciate. Thank you. There we go. Sarah Jane, I just bought an air bottle. I drink so much water now than I did. I know I need to try and get into drinking more, hence why I got that. And yes, it is flavoured water, not gin. Right, okay, let's dive in. Let's have a look here and crack on. So what we're going to do is let's take these two and we're going to join them together. Because once we've joined them together, that's then going to give us our shape to then start. I know that looks nothing like a star, but anyway, bear with me on this one. So we've got our, there we go. Let's take my pokey tool here. I'm going to take that end off and we're going to join that together like so. So up to that score line, we're going to go in and press that in. So we've now got, now I know obviously one has got, actually I shouldn't have done it that way. Craig, you numpty. Can I? Ooh, yes, there we go. Let's do it, there we go. That's better, Craig. So I'm going to go in like so and press this down. Craig, can you do a video using the letterpress with foil dies? Did Leann not do that the other... I know Leann's got a masterclass on Saturday. Leann's got a... Yeah, Leann's on Saturday and Sarah's on Sunday. Ben on both days. So, right. Here we go here. So this is going to be on the inside. But, Crafty Stacey Lou, we will certainly do that for sure. Whether it's on Crafters TV or get a video done. No problem. So I'm going to come along here. I'm just going to then kind of concertina them here. So let's take what will be the backing of one of them. And then let me just get my bearings. So I'm going to take a couple. I know Leann, when it comes to red liner tape, prefers to take one at a time. Entirely up to yourself. So we're going to come along. Now what I was doing was trying to stick them inwards. I know it's probably like stupid. And a lot of y'all probably be like, well, yeah, Craig, the way that you're showing us is the simplest way and the easiest way. So we're just going to go in, and then I'm just going to fold them over the back. So slotting that into the corner, and then we're just going to then work that one in here. And then we're popping that into the tabs like so. I've not even sugar. I should have done some decorative die cut, shouldn't I? No, I'm not doing it now, because I've already taken the backing off. Anyway, this is about showing you how to make them. So let's form these in, tucking these in like so. And then I'm just going to then press all the way around so you can start to see how neat it is. Ignore the pencil lines, but you're not going to see them in the end because we're also going to use vellum. And if we take the next few off here, so I'm going to work these ones. So if I take the rest of these, and then I'm going to tuck that one round, and then pop that one into here, pop that one into here. So all that we're doing is we're just forming them together. So where we've got our fold lines, that's why that's not going, because I'd folded that one the wrong way. So let's fold that in, and in. Turn that one around. Just pinching, grabbing, tucking in, pinching, grabbing, tucking in. So we're just going to go into the little corners, into here, and then I'm just going to press at every section or every couple of sections. I'm going to go in, form, I'm going to tuck that one in to here, press that in, and then if I then hold that. Now at this point, this is where, if you want it so that you can then pop stuff in it, what I would do is still have these tabs. Don't put any glue or tape on each side. And then, of course, just have them folded in, and then you can then tuck them in. What I would probably be inclined to do it is this way. So you've got that little tab, so you can then just fold these in and then tuck it inwards. So then as you pull that back, you can put whatever it is that you want in there, and then you can then lock that one back into place. Of course, you're going to have the front on, so it's going to be more sturdy. So you can do that. That's one way of doing it. But let's take this final one in. I'm going to take the glue. I keep saying glue tonight. The red liner tape off of that one. We're going to tuck that one into here, and then we're going to tuck that one over into there like so. Bring that in, form that one over, and then I'm just going to go in with, let's go in with my ball tool, and then I'm just going to press just into the corners to make sure that that's nice and strong and well adhered to. And where I've got that little seam here, I'm going to do it so that that's going to be at the bottom, so we're not actually going to see it. So let's open these ones up. But I'm going to turn that around again because, of course, that's nice and messy. So this is where our second one is going to come in. Now, not only is it going to cover up the workings, but it's also going to make it that little bit more substantial. Now, the star isn't, the actual outer star isn't 100% symmetrical in the fact that the arms are all exactly the same. So what I mean by that is you might just have to, so if I go back the way I had it originally, it doesn't quite sit in perfectly. That was the way that I had it. So let's just work that around, just visually, so it sits perfectly. Let's go that way here, like so. And then this time what I am going to do, sorry, I needed to take a big drink there. This time I am going to use my tacky glue, so that's going to dry into the fibres. I'm going to work my way around the edges. Absolutely can still use your red liner tape if you want to. And remember, what I'm doing to form this, I've done a deeper Starbox, but you can absolutely just use that single layer template. Nothing different, only difference is it's not wider. So I'm going to then pop that over the top. Now I'm keeping it clean and crisp with the white card, but it could be your pattern paper if you want to. Let's run that one through. 300 GSM, who asked that one there? Sharon, 300 GSM. That is that one. Regina saying hello from Colorado. Can't even speak now. Colorado. There we go. We got it in the end. There we go. I'm going to press that a little bit longer. So we've now got the backing covered. We've got the edges, which of course you can use with your die cuts. I'm going to open these ones out here, like so. And then before I go any further, let's do, now this is just the way that I'm going to do it. I might do it differently. Leann might give me advice tomorrow, but I'm going to go in. So I'm going to move that one out of the way just now. I'm going to do my drop shadow with the white onto the front. So I'm going to work my way round with my tacky glue. I'm sure this is starting to clog up. Work our way. Will I be at the SCCs? I won't be, unfortunately. Not this year, Stacey. No, I won't. It's always fun. Spend too much money. That's what it's all about. But I won't be, unfortunately. I was hoping to also maybe get to the Glasgow one, but not managing this year. So let's do our drop shadow. Little drop shadow with the gold. But because I want it to be flush, what I'm going to do is where you've got the little overhang with the golds on the outer edge, I'm going to trim them off. And then I'm going to look for, I'm not sure the Gemini can do standard mount board. Grey board might work, but still. Make base and sides, but for lid. Extend the edges. Cutting points for the base. Sound good. I am not sure. Make base and sides, but for lid. Extend the edges. Cut into the points for at the base. Fold the extensions to slot onto the base. Sound good? That's going to be a thinker, that one there, Fran. Need to think on that one. Right, so now that I've got that one, let's trim just the excess off. You'll understand why in a moment. Trim away that little excess of the gold. And then, now, here we go, here's a thinker. Vellum. What have I done with my vellum? What have I done with my vellum? Alright, there's that bit. I don't think I've got plain vellum actually. Ran completely out, I think. Have I got, oh no, no. Oh, I'm in luck. Oh, that's like Willy Wonka's golden ticket. Look at this. That, just perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now you can use the star die to die cut it out. I'm not going to, because I'm going to, all that I'm going to do is just freehand cut all the way around. Sometimes it's just as simple to hand cut. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to stick this onto the vellum. And then we're going to just hand cut all the way around. I'm going to go down, all the way up here, all the way around. Stick that into there, like so. And I know what I have or haven't done. I wanted to leave a little, oh, I think I might be in luck. I see a teeny little hole. Oh, I'm in luck. Someone's watching over me, because let's get these out, and let's, the way they tangle these around, I'm scared in case I snap them. Let's untangle. Let's see. Let's go. Now, I got these. It was a pack of 6 for $7.99 off of Amazon. Just Amazon primed them. I thought about them last night. Or you could go for a set. Well, in actual fact, it was a set. It was a set of 12 for $14.99. But then when you actually went into the checkout, there was an option to just go for 6 instead, for about $7.99, something like that anyway. So I just went for the 6, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to expense them to the company, and then the other 5 I'm just going to give to Tracy, and she can store. So if any of us need these lights in future for any demonstrations on Crafters TV, then there's going to be some backstage. So carefully untangle those. Now this would be a lot easier if you'd done it before you assembled the base, but because I've got my little hole there, I'm just going to pull that through. I do have ones like this, but the actual battery pack are the AA batteries, so that's a beast of a pack that needs to sit at the back. So with these ones, it's the very slim. So let's just pop and pull these ones through. Like so. So that will then stick onto the back. Obviously we'll neaten it up, but that will then stick onto the back. Let's pull most of that through. We're going to get that through. Maybe need to prise a little. Oh no, we're all right. There we go. So that will then, in the end, just stick through there. Let's just make sure it is working. Yay! Yes, working fine. So we can start to loosely gather. Pull that out just a little bit. Now you could go in with your hot glue or your tape and stick them down at specific points, but because these are on wire, flexible wire, it means it's quite good just to flex them into the points all the way around. Flex it in. Make sure we've got a nice amount into each corner, each point. Like so. Let's make sure that's in. Pop that in. Like so. Make sure that one's in. Fit it in. Right, there we go. So that's going to be nice. So there's my little seam at the bottom. So that's fine. Like so, to make it a little bit easier for now, I'm just going to push that down a little bit further. It will naturally start to expand again. And then let's go in with our scissors, and I'm just going to trim around. This is what my original thought process, going back to what I was speaking about earlier on with Timothy, my original process is obviously die cutting the edges with some of the decorative dies, and then that will also shine through. We would put some vellum on the back, but I'd kind of gone past that part when I remembered, so Still going to look lovely, shining through. There we are. So we've now got that one. Remember, we've still got this one. And then what we're going to start to do is this time I am only going to do 2 at a time. So I'm going to go in and take in that first one off. I'm being extra more careful, and the only reason I'm being even more careful is I don't want all the lights to fall out. That's all. So if I take that one into here, prise with my poke tool into these parts here. If you want to as well, there's nothing stopping you. These little glue tabs, if you find it easier to just make it a little bit wider, then of course you can do that. There's that one. So if I take this one, so where's my base? There it is, down into here. So I'm going to go in, and then I'm just going to sit. I'm going to put my finger underneath into the point and press over. I'm going to go over like so. And then we're just going to go in. I'm going to fold all these back to start with. Now that I've done 2, I'm going to spend a little bit of time going around, taking the backings off. Now with construction, I know I say it quite a lot, and that is I'm kind of old school, and I'll usually always use my tacky glue. For this, I would absolutely be using my red liner tape, because doing this with the tacky glue be a little bit harder when it comes to actually holding it into place. Also going to come in with something thin and slim. Using my poke tool, I'm going to pop that in. I know the outside to start with looks like a mess, but we're just going to then tuck that one under here, like so. So I'm going to press that one in, into there. I'm going to go into here. So we're just going to go in, over. I'm going to go in, over. And then once we've held that in, grab that one in here. I'm actually thinking now, maybe with the front, maybe better or easier to actually stick the tabs underneath opposed to over the top like I've done with the base. It's definitely easy, 100% easier doing it with the base, but when it comes to the lid, maybe it would be just as easy to stick it underneath. Let's work it in, and I'm going to go to the top, and we're going to prise these little bits off here. 1, 2, into there. So let's go into here, and then I'm going to go into here. So the red liner tape that I used was 3mm. I'm going to go in, tuck that one under, level that in so I've got something substantial to hold against. Pop that one in, move, push, hold, and then we're going to go in. I'm going to use my finger with this one, tuck that one under, and level that one in there. Hold down, press, and then let's just lever arch that in into here underneath. Now I think definitely when it comes to the lid, we'll do it tomorrow. Probably be easier doing the tabs underneath opposed to over the top, because now I've got myself not in a jam, but here now, although no, I've still got that fair bit of weight to hold it down with. Close in like so. Yeah, this is the bit I was meaning now, because I've got nothing here at this point to anchor it down with. So let me get my, what have I got here? So let's bring that one into place. I'm going to tuck that one under, making a right dog's dinner of this one. Tuck that one in, there we go. got it now. Hold that in, over the top, press, like so. Or maybe if I'd done this front one first. Let's hold that one in. You know what what I could do is this one, I could, let's see if I take my red liner tape. I'm conscious of the fact I'm making it look harder than it is. The hardest part's finding the end of the end of the red liner. Let's bring that one in. So I'm just going to snip these ones in here. So I'm going to pop these onto that opposite side. We're not going to see any of the workings, hence why we've got this other one cut. Let me bring that one in. Bring that other one into here, like so. I'm just going to press that one down. Let's get hold of that one. He says, if I go quiet, it's probably because I've got my tongue sticking out. Try to grab hold of the end. There we go. He says, I had it there. I'm fighting. It's not going to win. It's not going to win. There we go. That one. And then that one. And then what I would do is let's pop that there over. There we go. That's it. That one into there. So ideally, I would do it either one way or another to make it easier for yourself. So what I would say, what I've done here on the front works great for the base. For this top one, what I would do is I would then put the image over the tab. So I would do it the other way. But we've got there. So then what we can do is by popping that bang over the top as to where we had it, hiding any of the glue workings, which in the end, excuse me, you're probably not going to have when we stick it the other way round. But let's add our glue. So I'm going to go right to the edge. So if we go right to the edge here, like so. Even the little leggies of the stag. There we go. And I'm not doing a drop shadow with this one. I'm just going right over the top of the white because then it's going to cover the complete workings. So let's hold that one in. And because we've created that star shaped box, we've got that substantial weight to it holding around the edge, so we can just hold that one down for a few moments. I could, although I've not cut into the edge, what have I done with my little circle one? Here we go. We've got that one, and we can still decorate. Let's decorate it with a few stars just on that outer edge. So let's press that in all the way around. Now that I would stick with either a bit of hot glue or hook and loop if you wanted to. There we go. We've got there. It's just neatening that edge up there. Got there in the end. So we've got all the way around Starbox. Let's take our mini. I'm just going to use my mini for this one. And I'll cut 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5. So I'll do every second one, I think I'll do. So let's run that one through. But then think of what you've also got decoration wise, embellishment wise, all these different ones, dies that you've got to start to incorporate. Maybe you've got your cute character stamping dies, ways in which you're using them. Frame them with a star, or simply using them as a topper. I will also show you. So let's take that one. So what did I say? So there's 3. And then let's do another 2 and run that one through. Four and 5. Try to think, do I need a 6 or 5? 5. Let's go with 5. For now, anyway. Let's move that, that, and that. There we go, pick this one up. Right, so if I bring that one back in, so if I do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Also, I just need 4. Let's do 4 to decorate. Using my tacky glue. The other dies, they cut in. And that was my original idea when I was thinking about this one. And then forgot, as you do. So let's pop that one. Hold that one down, so let's turn it your way. So I'm just holding down. That's 1, 2, I'll do 1 there, 1 there. I'm doing them quite straight. Of course, you can do them at jaunty angles if you want. Let's go into here. I mean, we've also got Sunday with Sarah. There is a beautiful, beautiful 12 by 12 paper pad. It's like an inky alcohol distress look. It's absolutely stunning. I know if you've seen First Look, you'll have seen it. And I know Sarah's used it with some of the demos on the letterpress. So let's just hold that one down for a moment. So we've got that one. I could pop that one, but I'm not going to. So we've got that back in. Let's pop the star away. And then I want to, just to make it a little bit substantial, let's bring in the die. Great, what have I done with it? Oh, there we go. Oh, that was a close one. It was in the bin. Close one. Right, this one, show you how you can pop that tab, and then before we finish, we will do the foil press. Use the foil press to show you how you can use that. So if I bring and move that out the way, so even though it's 300 GSM, I would still back 2 of them together to make it even more sturdy. Certainly if you're going to be popping ribbon through it or twine through it, to then make it even robust. That was the word I was trying to think of earlier on, robust. Let's pinch that down. And then what we can then do it on the back. I'm just going to pop a bit of glue into here. And then where I've got the little circle, I'm going to do that so it's popping just over tip of that star. And just see there, just a no more. I'm going to hold that a little bit longer, and then once that's held in, you can then hang that with our ribbon or twine. Simple edges to the box that we can see, and then if I switch that one on, we've got how cute is that one? And then you can have that with the ribbon. Let me sit that there. Let me just get some white ribbon to run through. Bring that one in. Feed that one. If I've got, do you know what I've got? Is, oh no, that's fine. There we go. So we've then got our ribbon onto the back. You can tie a knot just to hold that one in. You can see, but you can see how that works. You can decorate it more around the edges. We've got there in the end. So what I would say, certainly with myself going forward to tomorrow, tip that I showed you at the back, that's what we're going to do. On the front, I would then have the little glue tabs underneath the image. Makes that easier because I've got nowhere to stick my finger or my pokey tool to, of course, prise it down. I just need to neaten that one. Let's do that now. So let's just neaten that one up. And then if we do it that way, where we put the tabs underneath, we don't need to put a second layer over the top. So let's just pinch that one down, holding that for a second, and then there we go. There we are. So if you use the dies that cut in, put some vellum, that would look lovely as well, shining through. And that was, of course, a double width box, whereas with the actual template, it's that single width that you've got there. So that's how you can do the double width. So before we use the foil press, let's have a little recap with these ones. So these are the new dies that are launching tomorrow. I'm going to be launching these ones with Leann. Leann's presenting. We've got in total 20 dies and then one template. So we've got the main star, we've got the decorative, we've then got the tree, we've got the stag and the deer, and then we've got Bethlehem. These are all little elements that you can use to cut into each individual section. If you're using that panel template on its own, then that is one continuous die that you can see here. So you don't even have to position them all in each separate bit. It's all there cut for you. And if you do want an individual one, then you've got that down there. You've got your little tags, you've got your star, your snowflake. We've used that to then hook up with the ribbon. That you can then pop into the back. And just as an FYI, I would just pop a bit of hot, I've not switched my hot glue gun on, but I would just hot glue that down there. Yeah, I would do it away from the battery. That one there, if you cut into the back, that then means if you've got a nail into the wall, you can just hook it onto. So you've got that in there. So let's start where I started earlier on with how you can use them with cards. I said it right at the beginning of the live. Probably for me, predominantly, I'm going to be using these dies to make cards. Maybe not necessarily for boxes, but that is because I absolutely adore the imagery when it comes to each individual one. Create your backgrounds, and then maybe your black with your gold. You can see how lovely that one looks. And then we've got the actual, it's a star within a snowflake, isn't it? I'm not sure what you would class that as. There's the one where it's a complete shaker inside, so all being sealed together. You can see within that one there. I don't know if you're catching my eye, but I'm actually looking at each of them and seeing how they've all been glued at the front. And then you can see that one here. I noticed where I've put my glue. I'm showing not my errors, but we all learn. That one there I needed to tuck inside there to make it neater. But we all learn. And it's, do you know something? Joking aside, it's a good thing we don't judge. We get info sheets and that, but we come along and we play with them and we get familiar with them. We work it out ourselves, the best way to assemble them and adhere them. So it's always a learning process for us as well. We've then got the ability to turn them into tags, or this one here which I'm going to come face on to show that Marie's done. Beautiful, beautiful home decor. Going around, taking some card, creating that circle, and then just going round and round and round with some twine, and then just adding some of your Christmas foliage to decorate. It's just been held in as well with some hot glue as well as the twine. So your cards, your boxes, you've got the home decor you can do with them as well. So many, many ways, not just within the actual boxes. So please don't, and we'll show you these tomorrow as well, please don't think, oh, I love the images, but I'm not really going to make boxes, or how am I going to post them? They're going to be expensive to post. That's why I'm saying, for me, I would be making them into cards rather than boxes. But then it gives you the best of both worlds. You can make them into a box, or you can make them into a card. Whereas we could have just given you the dies without the template, and you can only do cards. So at least you've got both ways in which you can use them. Right, let me move that one out the way here. Now, I've not got a camera set up as such, but I don't want to lose my template. So I have got my foil press just to the side of me. I've got it here. Let's see if I can lift. You can see I've just got it here. Let's just switch it on and power it on. So I'm just going to let that power up for a moment or two. We've got Vicky saying, I like the star dies on the card. Another one where it's the best of both worlds. You've got the little dies that cut in, but if you want it to be a little bit more tactile around the edge, if you want it to be a little bit more dimensional with your glue gel or your foam pads, you've got that ability to do that as well. Sue King, I find I have to make one as a sample to learn the best way to perfect it with any project. 110% as well. I'm exactly the same. You can give me pictures, you can give me written, you can give me that, but for me the best way is actually just to delve in and play and work out the best way. I might do it a little bit different from Sarah, might do it a little bit different. I might go in tomorrow and Leann might say, oh, can I recommend? Leann would never say, do it this way, but she might say, can I recommend you try it this way? I might still not find that easier. Everyone is completely different in how they make things and how they assemble things, and that is why when you see us, any crafting company with their products, when they show you the way, all that we can do is show you the way that we find it easier, and then you take it from there. Right, so just letting that heat up, and we're 10:15, so we'll be finishing in about 15 minutes. We'll just do this last bit here with the actual foil press. So it's just heating up. We're going to take the die, we'll take one of the dies and one of the foils. I'm sure I've got gold somewhere. Yeah, I've got gold at the side. These take 3 seconds, that is it. If you've got the foil press and you've not quite ventured into using them to foil with, the reason it takes so little time is it's only the tip of the die that's heating up. That's the only element that you need heated up. The rest of it's going to be heated up, but that's not what you need. You only need the tip. So that's why it takes very, very little time to actually heat. 3 seconds. Fran, that's a really good idea. Saying, likely been said, but dangling tree decoration with a family picture in the space. Like that one. Really like that one. Because what you could also do is, if you've got other star dies, if you've got like a smaller one, you can create an aperture in the middle, and then that's going to be like a star frame. So you've got that ability. Or if you've got star templates, you can do that. Right, so all we're doing is we're just waiting on this heating up. I'm going to get my card and get my foil. Right, what have I got tomorrow on Friday Night Live. So we're going to have a look at these boxes again. I'm trying to think what me and Nicola spoke about today. We're going to have a look at Vegas. My first time playing with Vegas on air. So we're going to have a look at the Vegas collection. Incredibly. Do you know how long all of us have kind of wanted to drop little hints that it was coming, and we're told we're not to? So we managed to keep that a secret. So we'll have Vegas tomorrow. There we go, we're ready. Vegas tomorrow, the Starbox, and then I think we're going to have a look at the letterpress a couple of times. So that's what's going to be tomorrow on Friday Night Live. But of course, the first show is going to be all about the Starbox dies. Right, let me get some white card here. Right, let's move that one out of the way. Let me pop that off. And I'm going to go in with, let's go in with, well, let's use that one again, because there's a lot of detail there, so that's going to show it off. And then I wonder if I can stretch my cable. Okay, yes, I know. Oh, I think I can. Stretch the cable, that is. At least so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah. Rightio. So, what we're going to do is I've got my card. Now, I'm making sure my card is bigger because we're going to die cut it out afterwards. I know you're not seeing the whole lot, but that's all that you need to see, which is the main thing. So making sure that I've got enough foil. So I'm going to trim that off. Don't worry about the excess because we can always create backgrounds with these. Yep, that's fine. Let me trim a little bit. Because it's a star, if you do have a little bit too much excess foil, you could get that over foiling. Might not be an issue on the main outer edges because we're going to die cut afterwards, but you just want to make sure that you've got just enough, and that's it. So we're going to go into there. You know what I'm like. I do like to put my carbon plate. Oh, not done 3 seconds. So that's technically going to have about 4 seconds now, but hey ho. I'm going to then foil side down. We're going to go in over the top, sit that in, pull that one out, run that one through. So as that's going to come out the opposite side. Now, if you've not tried this with a foil, please remember it's not going to be a powerful foil because it's only the tip of the design that's foiling. So you can see that impression already. I'm going to go in with a zoom. Look at that. How fab is that? All of that detail is perfectly foiled within 3 seconds. Yes, I know it probably had 4 seconds, but just go with 3. And what a great way to use that with your new dies. If you've seen the waste technique, we can still use that with the waste technique. Refer back to our YouTube channel for waste techniques. I think the last dedicated foil press show was with Debbie Robinson. I think that was a couple of months ago now. And then I'm going to pop that over the top on that outline. Tape that in, tape that one in, and then again we're going to go in with our plates. What I should have said towards the start, because this is a simple shape, you can get away with not using your magnetic shim because it is quite simple. You don't need all of that pressure, that excess pressure with a simplistic shape. So as that one comes out, can you foil any dies? Any silver, wafer thin silver die? Yep, you can do. And that's any brand as well. It's not just ours. But as long as it is the silver wafer thin dies that you're familiar with. Not any of your deep dies. Can't use your multi-craft dies, your thicker dies, because they're all too thick. But yes, you can use any of your silver wafer thin dies from us, or Tonic, or Hunky Dory, Spellbinders, you can use. So card making, tick. Box making, tick. Foiling, tick. What we can, I know I said I was going to go, but come on. You get me going with the foil press and there's no stopping me. What we can do, let's take a bit of white card. Promise, for those watching in the UK, promise this is the last one. You'll get to bed just shortly. If you're watching from Europe, thank you, because it is 11 across in Europe. Central Europe anyway. So let's do Mary and Joseph. So we're going to die cut that out as normal. So let's run that one through. Now, because I'm using the detail die, I'm going to use that full plate configuration. So let's pop that in, run that one through. So just running that one through, let's get a different coloured foil. Let me bring that one in. Bear with me a second while I get another foil. Let's go for a turquoise. And if I take these ones out the way, there we go. So there's now Bethlehem scene. And we're going to foil that. So maybe you've not got your luxury cardstock, but you've still got an abundance of hot foils. What I'm going to do is switch on my foil press again. Right, let's take that out. So I want to make sure that I've got enough. Don't need to worry about excess for this. Obviously, you don't want too much excess because you don't want to waste your foil, but you don't have to worry about over foiling. So essentially, this is the waste technique, but we're just not using waste, we're using a clear piece. This is the way I'm doing it. Few of us do it slightly different. There's no right or wrong ways as such. It's the best result that you feel that you get. So I'm going to need, as well as my carbon plate, what I'm going to need is a magnetic shim. Now I use this same one just for foiling. You can absolutely use one for foiling and die cutting, but just to make it easier for myself and more convenient, I just use the same one for foiling each time. And then also I need some card. Now you can use scrap cardstock if you've got scrap. I don't. So this is just our 300 GSM card. I'm folding it over, so that gives us a good thickness. That's 600 GSM. So if I set it out the way for a moment and then bring this back in. And this goes for any die cuts that you've got. You'll be able to die cut what you've got and then do what I'm away to do if you've got the foil press. So we're going to go 1 minute 10. 1 minute 10, we're on green. We're going to go in with a foil. Now what we're going to do is, for this one, we're going to take our, oh my gosh. My mind has just gone completely but there we go. Oh my God, how bad's that? How many times have I done this and my mind just gone completely blank? Right, so shiny side facing down. There we go. Now, this is the right side. This is the correct side. So we want to go facing down. I've got a little mark in there, so I'm trying to avoid that. And then we're going to go with our 2 shims, our magnetic, and then our carbon plate. I'm going to press start, and then that's going to do the countdown. I can't believe that. You know when something just completely goes out of your head? It's been a while since I've done the waist technique, but I've done it thousands and thousands of times, and then my mind just went there. So thanks, Craig. This has been very educational. Thank you very much, Sue. I'm glad that you found it very, very educational. Fran, you could use the coin batteries and some of those electric lights that Carla showed. Not sure what Carla showed, but yeah, if they're battery, then yeah, of course you can. Absolutely. I think I saw them in B&M. Yeah, you can have a look. Have a look. I think you're right. I think the ones that I've seen in stores anyway, the back end is the actual, you know, like the AA batteries. I don't know what you guys call them stateside, but the round tube batteries. That's the only ones I've seen in store. But if you can get the slimline ones, then perfect. That's good. Let's go, Paula. Loving your new look. Yeah, just let it all grow. I did get this cut at the weekend because I was getting fed up. But yeah, just letting it grow. Letting it grow. Right, so that's beep to say that we are ready. So we're going to take that one out. And then let's go to our Gemini. Now, you will hear it dull ever so slightly, the noise, because you've got a lot of pressure going on there. And then as that comes out, we can then take these, and then these. So this bit here, so if I take that off, so it's pretty much clean. And then if I take that away first, that's the waste. That is the waste, but you could die cut that with your star die if you want to. Or if it was a bigger bit of foil, you can use maybe your nesting dies. May have some new ones coming next week. But then here we go. This is using your foil press. How smart is that? So white cardstock, die cut, and then using your foil press, 1 minute 10. I do the magnetic shim and 2 shims of your cardstock. And then there you go. You can then foil beautiful, beautiful images. And then that could go on the top of your box if you want to. So there you go. So hopefully, oh, you don't want to go there. You want to go there. Hopefully, what I knew, crafter to crafter, and certainly for you guys stateside, trust me, postage here in the UK is ridiculous. I know it's bad for you guys stateside. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to give you a pre-look as to how you can use them in other ways. Now, I know we did make a box because that is the concept, that's the purpose of them. But I didn't want you to go in tomorrow thinking, oh, I'm not buying them because I don't want to make boxes, I don't want the postage, you don't want to send them. I want to try and show you, and you know, there's still other ways that myself and Leann will show you tomorrow. Yes, you've got the box, perfect, but you can use them, equally use them for toppers, for your tags. You can make your home decor. You can do the tags for your presents if you want to as well. I've used it with the foil press. You can ink through them as well if you want to. You can stencil through them and ink, because if I take, let me just take another bit of card. Let's just take a whole piece. So if I take this one here, I'll keep going to that. There we go. So I'm just going to use this one because this is the one that I've got to hand. If I take my blending tool and do you know something? Do you know what's frustrating? The camera angles. What is so frustrating is I've also had that one in front of me and I've not used it yet. Only because it's back to front. That's why. That's the only reason. But yeah, I did set that one up as well. If we go back in, yeah, use them use them as stencils. So if I go in with, let's do the Sailor's Wake. You could use your repositionable spray if you want, and then use them to stencil through. Certainly what I would do, because you've got little intricate bits, I would be inclined to use something like your repositionable spray. If you don't, like you guys stateside, it's a little bit harder for you to get your repositionable sprays, and just be careful when it comes to the little intricate bits. But you can then use them and ink through them, stencil through them as well. And actually the foil will resist this ink, so I could still use it afterwards. But if I remove that out, I mean, actually, do you know something? That just made me in my mind just go, wow. That is even just really quick, that rustic, blend quickly over the top. Take a die. I'm not sure if Debbie's had them on her shows yet. I've got them coming up next Saturday. You can then come along with one of your dies and then frame that one. Or there may be other ones as well with the stained glass window. So yeah, foil with them, stencil through them, not even touched upon. I'm sorry, I know I keep saying that, I'm going, I promise. Last one. What about our, actually let me use one that's opened. I forgot to clean this, so it might be clogged. But spritz through them. Spritz through them as well. Is that going to work? Oh yeah, we're good. So if I turn that one around, okay, maybe a bit too much. You get the gist. If I tilt it so you can see the image. There you go. There you are. You get the gist. So yeah, loads and loads of ways. Want to make sure you clean them out afterwards. Just warm water under the tap, and then that's just going to clean them, stop them from clogging. Right, there we go. I know it was a little bit of a thing with the live ones. You get carried away with showing different things. As I said, my main intention, yes, to show you how the die work with the box, but please don't be put off with them only being for boxes, because absolutely not. You can use them in other ways as well. Really good price tomorrow. Not telling you the price, not telling you what the collection actually involves. You're going to have to wait till tomorrow or the website, but we're going to be back the normal time of 12 p.m. in the UK, 7 a.m. Eastern time. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 7 a.m. Eastern time, 6 a.m. Central time, or 4 a.m. Pacific time with myself and Leann before we go into Friday Night Live. Rightio, have a lovely rest of the evening here in the UK and across Central Europe. And then for you guys stateside, have a lovely, have a lovely rest of the evening here in the UK, in Europe. Have a lovely rest of the day stateside. And do you know what? It's been a long day. I think I'm going to go and put my feet up in a minute before I head to bed. Thank you so much to everyone that's joined me on this Facebook Live. I promise I won't leave it as long next time. And I'll see you tomorrow on Crafters TV with Leann. See you then. Bye.